Physics, Class 11th, Chapter 4, Motion in Plane. Now, today's topic is our circular motion and uniform circular motion. Let's start. Now, today's topic is our circular motion. In the first part of the circular motion, we are going to start with angular displacement. So first we have to talk about the angular displacement. And what is angular displacement? Let us consider an object is moving in a circular motion and its radius is r. Suppose at a time t the object is at point P, and after a certain time it reaches point Q. Now it will make an angle theta when it is moving in a circular motion. So it is same like a displacement when an object is moving in a linear motion. Suppose when we talk about the linear motion, so when the object is moving from P to Q, it will do some displacement. Okay, so when the object is moving in a linear motion, so it will displace from P to Q. But in a case of circular motion, when the object displaces from P to Q, it will make an angle theta, which is called as angular displacement. So by definition we can define angular displacement as angular displacement of an object in a given time moving around a circular path is defined as the angle traced out by the radius vector. तो ये जो radius होता है, it is denoted by as a radius vector. एंगल ट्रेजर बाय द रेडियस वेक्टर, मतलब ये जो रेडियस है इसने कितना एंगल वेक्टर ने यूं ट्रेस किया है. दिस इज योर रेडियस वेक्टर एट द सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कुलर पाथ. कहाँ से? सेंटर से उसने कैसे एंगल ट्रेस किया. दिस इज द रेडियस वेक्टर सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कुलर पाथ इन अ गिवन टाइम. एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट इट इज डिनोटेड बाय थीटा and it is denoted by theta, and angular displacement is a vector quantity. ये क्या है आपकी vector? This is your vector quantity, and theta is equal to, by definition, what you have done, that arc upon radius. This formula we already have done. Arc is क्या है? What is your arc? PQ. PQ upon radius is your R. So theta is here is your angular displacement. Now next है आपका angular velocity. Angular velocity we define as angular velocity of an object in circular motion is defined as the time rate of change of angular displacement. Now this angular displacement is denoted by omega. This is the symbol for omega, and it is defined as rate of change of angular displacement upon time taken. And angular displacement क्या है आपका? It is your theta. Angular displacement is your, this is our theta. So that means omega is equal to theta upon t. Suppose this angle is very small with respect to time t. This angle is very small with respect to time t. So for a very small angle d omega, we can write as d theta by dt. This is for very small angle, and this formula is used for in many places, and this is the angular velocity, and also angular velocity is a vector quantity. और इसकी SI यूनिट क्या रहेगी? Angular velocity, this theta is measured in radians, ठीक है, अपॉन टाइम इन सेकेंड्स. तो यूनिट रहेगी रेडियन पर सेकेंड, SI यूनिट फॉर ओमेगा, दैट इज रेडियन. Now d omega is for very small angle, so SI unit for angular velocity is your radian, because theta is measured in radians and time in seconds. तो SI units क्या हो जाएगी आपकी? रेडियन पर सेकेंड. Okay. Now I'm going to take the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Let us consider an object is revolving in a circular motion. At a certain point P, and after delta t time, it will displace an angle theta, and it is reaches, suppose it is a small angle d theta, at small interval of time delta t, it will reaches a point Q. Now since this point is very close to Q, अभी तो आपको बहुत दूर दिखाई दे रहा है, suppose it is very near to P, so that cannot be, the angle between P and Q is very small. Now we already know that V is equal to, velocity is equal to displacement. We take the displacement means delta L ले लेते हैं. If we take a displacement upon in a small interval of time delta t, so delta L can be written as V delta t. This can be written. Now we also know that omega, that is angular velocity, is also equal to d theta by delta t. Now delta theta can be written as, by cross multiplying, omega delta t now since theta can be written as arc upon radius, you already know this formula. Suppose this distance can be, because this Q is very near to P, so that can, this distance can be written as dl आप लिख सकते हैं, or you can write delta L, you can write delta L. So theta is equal to, d theta is equal to delta L upon R. This relation can be written as like this. Now equating this and this, both are delta theta, so you can write omega delta t is equal to dl upon R. Now, and this is, we already find out delta L is V delta t. You can write here, you can replace here V delta t upon R, which is equal to omega delta t. Delta t cancel out. Omega is equal to V upon R, or velocity is equal to omega R. So this is a very important relation where linear velocity is R times the angular velocity. This relation is very important. We use this relation in many places. Now next topic is angular acceleration. So angular acceleration, it is denoted by letter alpha. Angular acceleration of an object in circular motion is defined as the time rate of change of angular velocity. So by definition, alpha is equal to delta omega upon delta t, that is time rate of change of angular velocity. So omega is your angular velocity with respect to time. dt. It can be written as d omega by dt. And the SI unit रहेगी, SI unit for angular acceleration is, this is omega is radian per second, तो इसका रहेगा radian per second square. This is your angular acceleration. Now next is our relation between linear acceleration and angular acceleration. We know velocity, we already find that linear velocity is equal to angular velocity into the radius vector, and acceleration we already know dv by dt, which can be written as d, replacing v from here. You can write omega r upon dt. Now a is equal to d omega by dt r, or you can write that, you already know d omega by dt is angular acceleration. So linear acceleration is equal to angular acceleration into radius vector, where alpha is equal to d omega by dt. So this is a relation between linear acceleration and angular acceleration. Now let us discuss some important information related to the uniform circular motion. So what is uniform circular motion? When an point object is moving in a circular path with a constant speed, that it covers equal distance on the circumference of the circle in equal interval of time, then the motion is said to be uniform circular motion. Now some terms which is related to uniform circular motion, like the first is your time period, which is denoted by the capital T. In a circular motion, the time period is defined as the time taken by an object to complete one revolution on its circular path. पूरा एक complete revolution रहेगा circular path में, one, that is the time period. And frequency, which is denoted by mu. The unit for frequency is your hertz. You already have done in your previous classes, 10th में आपने पढ़ा होगा. The frequency is defined as the number of complete revolution in a unit time in a circular path. एक सेकंड में कितनी complete oscillations और या number of complete revolutions लेते हैं, that is denoted by the frequency. And and the relation between time period and frequency we already have done in our previous classes. T is inversely proportional to the frequency, or time into frequency is equal to 1. So this relation is very important related to the numerical portion. So this relation you have to remember it. Now next, the relation between time period, frequency and angular velocity. You already know that omega is equal to angular velocity is equal to angular displacement upon time taken. So this is a very small time period. Now if when t is equal to t, मतलब when the small time is become the total time, मतलब complete revolution होता है. If the time started from here, तो complete revolution लेने के लिए that is the time is t. Then theta क्या हो जाएगा आपका? Theta become your 2 pi, because to cover a time period of t, it has to be covered the displacement of 2 pi. Now place these values over here. So omega is equal to 2 pi by t, or this is again an important relation. Omega is angular velocity is equal to 2 pi mu also, since 1 upon mu time period is inversely proportional to the frequency. So this relation is again very important. Now our next topic is centripetal acceleration. And what is the centripetal acceleration? The uniform circular motion is an example of accelerated motion. So uniform circular motion is an example of accelerated motion, and acceleration acting on an object undergoing a uniform circular motion is called centripetal acceleration. Now let us find the expression for centripetal acceleration. Let us take an object is a point object is moving in a circular motion. Okay, so this is the center and R is the radius vector. Now the object is at this point P. Here the velocities is v1 a. Now at point P the velocity is at v2. You can write Q point and this is your point B. These are the velocities. Now it's making an angle, small angle of delta d theta. Small angle is dt. This is position vector r1 and you can write as a position vector or radius vector r2. Now the length of the tangents. Length of the tangents means these. Since velocity, the magnitude of the velocity is not going to change because it's a uniform circular motion है, the velocity is not going to change, only the directions changes. Since it is a vector quantity, तो इसका magnitude same है, लेकिन at every point the direction of the velocity changes. Magnitude remains the same. So as the magnitude remains the same, the length of tangent PA, vector PA is equal to Q, vector QB is equal to, we can write vector V के magnitude के equal होगा because it is in a uniform circular motion. Now to find the change in the velocity in the time interval t and delta t time. Suppose यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक में, suppose यहाँ पे time t था और यहाँ पे आगे आपका t प्लस डेल्टा टी. सपोज यहाँ पे टाइम t है और यहाँ पे t प्लस डेल्टा टी टाइम है. सो इन ए द चेंज इन द वेलोसिटी चेंज हो रही है बिकॉज द डायरेक्शन इज कीप ऑन चेंजिंग एट एवरी पॉइंट्स. सो बाय द लॉ ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन. अब वेक्टर लॉ कैसे लगाएंगे? नाउ आई एम टेकिंग दिस वेक्टर. जैसे आपको सिखाया था कि इस वेक्टर को मैंने इधर लिया है, वेक्टर पी ए. ये आपका वेक्टर पी ए है. दिस इज वेक्टर वेलोसिटी v1 है और विदाउट चेंजिंग द डायरेक्शन ये जो वेक्टर b है इसको चेंज ना करके इसको मैं यहाँ ले आती हूँ. तो ये वेक्टर आपका हेयर आ गया वेक्टर b point q will come here. This point q will come here. This is point p. ये point p है और ये point p तो ये a है. ये आपका आ गया. एंड दिस एंगल तो इनके बीच का भी एंगल थीटा ही रहेगा, डेल्टा थीटा ही रहेगा बिकॉज इनके एंगल का चेंज नहीं होगा एंगल बाय द मैथ्स लॉ. सो यू नो दैट द वेक्टर लॉ वेक्टर एडिशन में दे कैन बी टेकन इन द ऑर्डर. तो हम लोग वेक्टर एडिशन को लॉ लगाएंगे. सो इसको अगर a ले लेते हैं, इसको b ले लेते हैं. दिस इज b एंड दिस इज योर p. This is v1 and this is vector v2 है. So by applying the vectors law of vectors, PA plus BA is equal to PB. PA plus AB is equal to BP and BA is equal to PB minus PA और AB is equal to PB क्या आपका is V2 and PA क्या आपका is V1. So the vector V2 minus vector V1 is can be written as V2 minus V1 can be written as delta V. So delta dt this means PB. ये जो डिस्टेंस है इनके बीच का, ये जो डिस्टेंस हमने इन दोनों के बीच का डिस्टेंस हमने निकाला है, इट इज योर आर्क अपॉन रेडियस होता है. एंड आर्क आपकी क्या है, दिस आर्क इज दिस, ये वाली आर्क हमने कैलकुलेट, दिस आर्क वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड है विच इज इक्वल टू V2 माइनस V1 विच इज AB है। AB आपका क्या है, दिस इज AB इज योर डेल्टा V, V2 माइनस V1, और यू कैन राइट डेल्टा V अपॉन एंड रेडियस कितना है आपका, दैट इज योर V, and we already know that omega is equal to delta theta upon delta t, which implies that delta theta is equal to omega delta t के इक्वल भी होता है। so using this relation and this relation, because ये भी delta theta ये भी delta theta है आपका, so इन दोनों relation को equate कर देंगे, you will get omega delta t is equal to, we can take it in the without the vector form में ले लेते हैं हम, delta v upon delta t, it is delta v upon v। now cross multiply करेंगे, omega v is equal to delta v upon delta t, and you can also write that A is equal to omega v। this is the first relation, ये आपका फर्स्ट रिलेशन है। इसको भी हम और फर्दर चेंज कर सकते हैं। ओमेगा क्या होता है, दिस इज योर v इज इक्वल टू, v क्या होता है आपका, ओमेगा लीनियर वेलोसिटी ओमेगा r होता है। अभी हमने रिलेशन फाइंड करा, तो एक्सेलरेशन इज इक्वल टू ओमेगा r भी रहता है आपका, दिस इज इन द टर्म ऑफ relation with acceleration and omega। and इसको फर्दर अगर आपने फॉर्म चेंज करना है तो यू कैन राइट a इज इक्वल टू v अपॉन r भी रहता है, सिंस ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू v अपॉन r भी होता है आपका। सो रिप्लेसिंग इट हियर, you can solve it, r से r cancel हो गया, so you have v square upon r भी रहेगा। so angular this acceleration is equal to omega square r भी होता है और v square upon r भी होता है। this is the relation of centripetal acceleration, and this centripetal acceleration, it is a vector quantity and it acts along, it's a vector acts along the radius of the circular path at that point and is directed towards the center। ये आपने ध्यान रखें, इट इज ऑलवेज डायरेक्टेड टुवर्ड्स द सेंटर ऑफ सर्कुलर पाथ। ये हमेशा सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कुलर पाथ होगा, मीन्स तो डायरेक्शन ऑफ एक्सेलरेशन जो रहेगा it is always toward the center, it's directed toward the center of the circular path। तो centripetal जो acceleration है, this is your centripetal acceleration है, it is always acting towards the center of the circular path। so this relation is very important, we use this relation many times when we go through the chapter number 7, that is a rotational। so there we are, in this chapter we are having n number of formulas, so you have to learn all the formula and remember all the formulas which can be used further in our numericals also। This way our chapter is over. This is the last portion of our chapter, and please go through all the chapter and make notes. Good day everyone.